Puta vida. Hola. Sé que em sentiu ara ja. Ah, no? Hola? Sí. Vale, sí, ara sí que se'm sent. Ui, jo no m'havia cagat per un moment. Uh... Vale, vale, va! Uf. Us tragareu una estona això. Re, un minut. Perquè ha de configurar la càmera. De fet, fuck it. Va com amb molt de lag, no sé per què. Oh, oh. Ah, ara va bé? Puta càmera merda, tio. Rose on me, chorus of song, and if it's worth, na 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 na, where destiny holds fast, here where we stand, hand clutching hand, everyone caught in the struggle, and then the times of change they found, ashes scattering them through the wind. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Earth this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying night. Uf, 5 minuts, tio. 5 minuts. 5 minuts, tinc el DDD aquest aquí. No hi ha Mr. Mama, avui tocant els collons, sius. Feina feta. I això començarà en breves. L'últim personatge del Fighter Pass, en principi. Ara és quan el Sakurai és un trolazo. Ja fica Mr. Sakurai presents i és el Mario. És el puto Mario, és el Yoshi. És Yoshi. Kirby 2. I no té res a veure amb l'Smash. Ara és quan no té res a veure amb l'Smash. És un nou joc de Kirby, fet per ell. Que també fa temps que no em fa. Kid Icarus Uprising 2. Queden 4 minuts i tinc el cos fet piruleta. No sé si és pel fred o què, però... Mamma mia, ravioli bambino. Oh. 4 minuts, continuen faltant. Oh. Qui serà, tio? Estic molt feliç perquè no s'ha filtrat res. No s'ha filtrat res de res. Oh, me pica la Oh. Hi havia alguns rumors, però eren més que rumors el que jo anomeno wishful thinking, bueno, jo i molts, que ojalà el Master Chief, i tothom, Master Chief, com les gavines aquelles de Pixar, no? Diria. Oh, Master Chief, oh my god, it's huge, oh, Doom Guy, oh my god, Doom Guy, it's in, my boy. No, home, no. No s'ha filtrat res, els rumors estaven bastant morts. Últimament s'ha rumorejat bastant Arli, com se digui, de Puyo. Jo de les que més se rumorejava crec que és la que té més paperetes. Però... què és això? No hi ha hagut cap filtració. De fet, Sakurai, allí on el veieu amb la seva risilla de Diablillo, pel Twitter se'n van fotre, no? Dels leakers aquests, els insiders, que són una miqueta bastant cringe. Rotllo el Bergeveny, el savi, aquests. S'hi fotria una miqueta de pulla, el cabró. Oh, Dios, m'està a punt de patar la patata. No tinc... És que no sé què esperar, la veritat. Tinc moltes ganes de saber qui és, però també tinc moltes poques ganes de decepcionar-me. A veure, que estic molt content. Joker, Hero, Terry, Banjo, és el dels que més volia de personatges, només pel Banjo sol, i estic molt agraït. La planta piranya com a bonus va ser delicatessen, una rición. Però clar, tinc por de fer directes així sempre, no? I quedar-me una miqueta amb cara de pòquer. Dir, vale. Però jo ara que entrava una kill d'un gat... Ui, això bé, comença.
Hello everyone, I'm
Vale.
Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Oh!
The
Slicker.
development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy, which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So, it won't be available right
Oh,
away.
en sèrio?
Please understand that it will take a little time. I think
Bueno.
even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really? So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even
¿Cómo
if you
farán?
say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Com serà Waluigi, t'imagines? A veure, no vull tenir això enmig per si he de fotre un bot perquè m'estic cagant. Ah, tio, en sèrio? Fire Emblem?
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharat upon our enemies!
Ja veieu la meva cara, no?
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
Sí, jo sí, jo com a persona sí.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
No ho facis.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many
Mira,
swords
está con
around
yo.
there.
Sí!
You wield the sword as well? What will you do? Huh. So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Disfraza't de Geno.
How is this?
Monster Hunter!
Have any one, you should be able to handle the heroes.
Link! Una merda! Un altre atac que no serveix de res!
With arid fire, strike with superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction. Your will and mine be now as one. To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash.
Un PNG! El Smash final es un PNG! ¡Gracias! L'últim personatge del Fighters Pass i és un Fire Emblem Swordsman de merda! Oh, no, no, em sap tant de greu, Sakurai. Em sap tant de greu la merda que et vindrà.
There you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle.
Oh.
Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually.
No.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
M'importa ben poc, tio, la veritat.
First off, what is Fire Emblem?
No m'agrada Fire Emblem.
It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Uh-huh.
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
Almenys riuré perquè ningú insider, aquests Virgem i companyia, ningú ho havia dit.
There were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and
Però
so on.
ploraré igualment
But Fire
molt
Emblem
més
was unique
que riure.
because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters
Té quatre mandos. Quina enveja, tio.
pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special.
Vols dir que feia falta un altre puto personatge de Fire Emblem,
How to
tio?
incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Està bé, bona info.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
I és per això que ficaré 17 personatges
People
més de
who
Fire
aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の結句、外伝、紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、封印の剣、烈火の剣、聖魔の功績、草原の奇跡、暁の女神、新暗黒竜、新紋章、覚醒イフ、ヒーローズ、エコーズ、風化雪月。
There you go, 17.
Ah.
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
No.
You can actually count up to 31 on one
M'ha
hand.
ensenyat el dit del mig, cabron!
And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Un joc que m'interessa zero i
The male
menys.
version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time.
Clar. I amb el Xenoblade 2 no, no, cabron? Amb el Xenoblade 2 no!
Ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter. I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
Llàstima.
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
Edelgares waifu. Walkthroughs? What?
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different.
Anem a jugar Yoshi.
Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story.
Oh, quin nivell tan xulo,
I'll
tio.
try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November. Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes.
Tio, no tinc cous. Uau! Bye shit.
So, this is our new fighter.
Venga, va, què?
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say.
Robin, bon personatge.
Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that their distance...
Després...
The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick.
Yeah,
Each
boy.
of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Now
They
this!
look like bones, and there's a reason for that.
Mapa TV
Let's talk about the
Walkov.
weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default
Jo volia el Kylo
They
Ren,
use
tio.
it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
Uau.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves.
A més tindran bona música. Espero.
They'll whip the sword
No,
upward
no té
to
Walkov.
enemies in the air.
Oh, sí. Té Walkov?
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead.
Sembla l'Up Smash
The hit
del
protection
Samus,
for this
eh?
attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this. It was pretty
Pel
terrifying
what?
how I knocked into the air
War?
with that attack. And in
Edgeguard,
addition,
no? Potser està bé? Oh, això està molt guai. Està broken, no?
things like like this.
Vinga, que ha flotat o m'ho ha semblat a mi? Em pica molt l'ull.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
What?
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use
En serio, tens recovery tether.
So that's
Anda ya, chaval. What the fuck? Qué asco,
now
no?
for the sideways inputs. This is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Ep, espera.
First, we'll go through
Puta.
the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
What?
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it.
Té més rang, no?
Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Com el de... Corrin.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
What?
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Eh?
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Vale.
The shaft part
Té un
is weaker,
sweet spot.
so it's not suited to close combat.
És un
It won't
Marth.
deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Vinga. Hasta luego. Vas molt lent.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little.
Vinga, hasta luego encara més.
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
Vale.
It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
The spike.
You can try for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Com el Warlock. No? Más o menos.
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed. Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
Nani?
While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Perquè el Ganon
Also,
i
you
el
can turn around during the move.
Captain no?
The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. Down special in
Nason!
the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. it hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Clar.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called
L'stage
Failure,
mola.
which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table.
Link?
It only
No,
plays
Zelda.
a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is
Palutena.
similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters
Sí.
like it. It lets you spin
Sí,
the weapon.
Palutena.
It's also easy to create certain combos with it.
Ibisur.
And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge.
Va
So when
ràpid.
it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but
I si
holding
saltes?
the button, you'll unleash a powerful
Buah.
arrow that looks like a beam of light.
Va molt ràpid.
You can perform this move by
Sembla el neutral d'Araen, però
charge up power like so. Charge a bit more.
molt més
and
ràpid.
fire.
Però no fa tant de mal, tampoc.
But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max,
I el
there's
d'Araen
no
pots
way to
moure
cancel
quan
out,
carrega, o sigui.
not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Oh, destrucció.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which
Claro.
means it's quite the risky attack to
Pots
use
fer
against
escut i
fighters who
cancel·lar,
have
no?
reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
PNG, bien!
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
ソティスが誰であるのか何なのかというのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the
A veure, que
even-numbered
jugarem al female.
However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are,
Ah, mira,
as you
està
can
guai.
see, reminiscent of the house.
Persona 3, 4 i 5. Està bé.
Those of you who played the original game will of course
Literalment, és el
know what
mateix
I'm
color.
referring to. The
Yeah,
sixth
oh.
color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
Yes.
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't you see this variation in the final smash?
まあこれは原作でもということで。
Super Saiyan. Jo què sé, m'importa ben poc. L'stage
Next,
mola.
I'll introduce the stage.
ステージは
For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game.
Espero que tingui Walco.
Monastery.
動員も作ってみました。
Més que res per si jugo amb els amics i tal, que no són tan
in the original game. From these, we chose
competitius, doncs mira,
place,
saps?
reception hall, bridge,
Ho dubto.
and cathedral, all in one stage.
A no sigui que sigui com el del Brawl, de Fire
It's the
Emblem,
type
que
of
et
stage that
teletransportes
rotates
i
through
tal.
different areas,
Uf,
such as these four.
veurem.
その4つのエリアを
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
ご紹介したいと思います。
Oh, estic bullint.
The first area is the marketplace.
Això té Walkov.
I think this is where a lot of people
Té
come
té
to
paret.
shopping.
Te sembla que té paret, però
The guests
també
that appear
tindrà
here are
Walkovs.
students of the Blue Lion's house: Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
Tots
Not
russos.
Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite difficulty and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one.
Puto rei de merda.
There are vendors on either side.
I
In the
parets.
original game, these are important
Parets,
booths
parets,
where you
parets.
buy all sorts of
Em pots
things,
trencar-la.
but Here you can break them, you see.
Hi ha parets, sí que hi ha walls.
The stage will expand to the left and right.
Guai.
I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
That's me.
You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious
no.
platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. You've broken through the ceiling and
Don't
slammed
move!
into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire.
Dorothea, Petra, Edelgard.
Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
Oh.
You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down.
Com al boxing arena.
However, Byleth can't
Boxing
actually
ring.
reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Com el Puixatell.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down.
Bowling.
Also, you can break this table,
No shit.
like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Joder, que amor.
The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
Que tapar mola, veus?
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage.
The Great
Guests are from the
Plateau.
Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Lesser
Hilda.
Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
Dios mío.
The last area is the cathedral,
Que
only
chulo.
with some platforms you can pass through.
Va muy
The
bien.
guests appearing in the cathedral
Oh
are
my.
Seth, Flame, and Rhea. There's Seth, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Oh, vale.
All three have character quirks related to their true identities.
Oh, shit.
I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms.
Molaria
The
més
last area
sense.
may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Joder, 2 minutos. Oh.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side.
Mira que son bons, eh? El Joker, Hiro, Banjo, Terry.
Joker! And Hero!
Adeu, millors DLCs.
Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Bueno, si jugues en fàcil.
It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's. I better keep my distance.
Tant de secretisme pel paio aquest, tio, de Bailes. Me cago en la mare que em va treure.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. Perfect shielded that, huh? Good one.
La música mola.
If I do this...
Tot el que siguin lírics japonesos mola.
No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected.
Mother Brain confirmed.
Good, there's Mom.
Mom.
You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir.
Mom confirmed.
Well, I guess no one
Mom,
uses that fast.
binding of
At this
Isaac,
point, it doesn't
Isaac,
matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Nicalis, quote.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball.
Mom theory.
See? They got it.
Pues contador necesitas moltíssim perquè està tot
They
cheto.
mustn't give up.
Venga, hasta luego.
I can't waste this chance.
Razor boy!
Smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for?
Oh, no ha acabat, llàstima.
There's still
Oh,
more.
el martell!
Whack.
Wack, Hero conf...
But it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him. I was trying to fight using Violet's abilities alone, but what
Bravo!
matters is that
Bravo! Bravo, caballa!
it can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try and post...
Almenys el render dels personatges està xulo, no és com el de Corrin, female i male, que tenen cara de...
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages.
Com era d'esperar.
There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Oh.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
No, se'l sortirà el Geno i ploraré sang. Sang! Zelda? What the fuck? Ezio? El teu... No, sortirà el Rayman, no! Hòstia, ojalà el Doomguy i el Master Chief. Rayman is still in. Rayman, please. Rayman, no. Més Mega Man, encara més, però queden personatges del Mega Man per ficar o què? No Rayman, tio, no Rayman, oh. Pues ja els han ficat tots del Mega Man, ja no n'hi ha més. Roll ficaran ara. Nani. Hòstia, putíssima verge santa! Oh! Comprar ara mateix, ja. Hòstia, que guapo, tio! Mola molt. Cuphead. I el Mag també hi ha de ser, no? Tio, si no costa res, copiar i pegar. Mola molt el Cuphead, hòstia puta, aquest sí que me'l pillaré. Amb la musiqueta. Oh! No Rayman, tio. Nani? Hòstia, el d'Assassin's Creed sí que no m'ho esperava. Oh, el dia 28. Hòstia, el Cuphead cau. Em vaig pillar els Sans. Pues el Cuphead també caurà.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added.
Nice.
It's called Floral Fury, and it's
Sí,
the theme
el
that
primer,
plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
El primer, boss.
I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Vale.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Demà, ja ho sabíem, això, sí.
And now, with the addition of Violet, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Violet.
Canta molt el Byleth. Sent l'únic First Party, canta molt.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added.
Only.
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And
No
since
digues
the roster
only,
was
tío.
already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new
S'agraeix.
fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Adéu, sabor.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down
No
the
hi
line.
haurà un teaser, no?
I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Oh, no! No! Bueno, això ja ho sabíem. 5 més. 6 més? 6 personatges nous, no sé quin és el total.
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the
Wow.
date shown, so please keep an eye out.
Fins a finals del 2021.
Now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Serà més car, entenc.
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it.
Més endavant.
Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Oh,
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it will be very hard
en
to consider
sèrio,
that.
cabron.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Oh.
Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Zelda costume.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2. It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it
Street
in total
Fighter.
sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number one.
Vale.
Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Sí. Sempre s'ha dit, no?
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there would be more DLC, which means no breaks for me.
Oh.
I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Bueno. Bastant decepcionat amb el personatge final, amb Bailez aquest, per un... per un... Joder, un Fighters Pass amb tants personatges third party tan diferents entre si, no? T'esperaves qualsevol cosa i... Clar, jo veia un personatge de Fire Emblem el veia, al llarg termini el veia, però a part de Fighters Pass amb tants... amb... o no? Amb tants... Joder, m'estic manejant. Tants third party, ficar un personatge de Fire Emblem canta bastant, la veritat. Que era aprofitat un dels saltos que teníem pensats per ficar-lo aquí, Bailez, tirar-lo més, no sé, o per separat, o no sé. Decepcionat, entre cometes, perquè me l'esperava. Me l'esperava, perquè no pot faltar, tio. I un de Pokémon de la Gen 8 tampoc pot faltar, pròximament. Són dos que tenia molt clar que sortirien. El Pokémon veurem. Aquest ja estava segur que sortiria. Clar. El problema és fer tant de rebombori per ficar un personatge que dius... Bueno, vale. Encara no està ni afegit a la web. De fet, me sembla que l'estan actualitzant perquè no carrega la web. Ara mateix l'han actualitzat. Ara mateix. Pantalla. Extra. Sí. Justament he entrat i estava tot això en blanc. Han ficat els trailers. Presentació trailer. Fighters. Bailez. Mira, aquí hi ha alguna cosa. Està malament, això. Rolling out. 29 de l'1. 29 de l'1 que cau. Dimecres. Els renders molen, Oh. Aquest jo jugaria amb aquest. Falta que jugui, perquè vaig. El render mola molt més que el del Corrin. El Corrin està per aquí, coi, que era DLC. Putes, aquí. És que mira el render de... El render de Corrin, tio. És horrible. Aquí, mira, aquest està superbé. Mira aquest, tio. Mirant a l'horitzó. Aquest encara pitjor. On estàs mirant, Corrin? És que és molt millor. No sé. És que no m'agrada gens a mi aquests dos, aquests renders. No sé. Molt decepcionat igualment, el personatge en si. Per què aquí et surten els dos i aquí només un? I aquí també un. No, sí, ja. No sé què pensar, la veritat. Content de que en surtin 6 més. Podríem ficar ja aquí, quedaria impactant, la veritat. 3, 4, que ara n'hi hauria 75 més 6, 81. Toca't els peus, tio. Podrien dir 80 i un extra. Quedarien... Puta mare. Quedarien. Que sí, que no em puc queixar, que hi ha un munt, però és que, clar, fer tant de rebombori i ficar un personatge de Fire Emblem, dius, bueno, no calia tant de secretisme, doncs. I tant de... Potser per això ho han anunciat pel Twitter, saps? Han dit, un personatge més pel Twitter, pam, demà passat l'anunciem. I a córrer, tio. Sakurai anuncia un nou personatge i al carrer. Bueno, també ha dit que els de Nintendo tampoc ho sabien gaire. Només els importants, els cabecilles. Però bueno, han fet el tràiler igual. El tràiler estava super mega hipercurrat amb la cinemàtica quasi tot in-game, eh? O sigui que... Màrqueting potser no ho sabia tant. Nintendo Amèrica potser no ho sabia tant, per així dir-ho. Però Nintendo Japó i els que feien la producció i tot, i els actors de doblatge sí que ho sabien, o sigui que... Fins a cert punt, secretisme. Però, vaja, sí. Conforme... Me sembla bé, almenys. Mira, a més, la teoria del color ha mort. Piranya planya el Violet. La teoria del color ha mort. Que era estupidíssima, però m'alegro de que oficialment estigui caput. Era mega, però és estúpida. Fem una cosa. Fem... Holy shit! She's in! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Ojalá. Casi, ¿no? ¡Oh, Raymond! No cola. No cola.